And Miss, well, she's yawning to start. That is not, oh, and she's out of the camera. Well, good. So you don't even know that she's lazy and yawning on the side of the camera here. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are ready to try something that's a little new. So as we have been sort of exploring with our past workout, just different ways that we can move our body, different types of resistance for those days that we just don't feel like picking up those heavy weights, right? Or the days that maybe our body just isn't really feeling picking up those heavy weights. Maybe we're injured, maybe we're recovering, maybe we have pushed ourselves way too hard for way too long and just need to give ourselves a little bit of a break. But what do I mean by a break though? I don't mean an easy workout. That is not what I mean. I just mean a break from the weight of weights, right? So just the weights of that type of resistance, the heavy weight, the heavy load. That's the word I was looking for. The heavy load on our bodies. And sometimes it's just too much. I was talking to one of our great participants here the other day, just saying, it has been so long since I've taken any sort of lengthy break, and my body is just kind of telling me, like, girl, you need to ease up a little bit for a little while. So I thought it would be a great time to take a few days, a few classes, and just explore the different ways we can move our body. So last class we did body weight, and we did body weight work combos. So we were combining different muscle groups or supersetting in muscle groups with doing nothing but body weight. And I'm not gonna lie, I was sore. Like I said to Charlie, I was like, man, I'm really surprised. Like my shoulders are sore. Not that I'm surprised it was good work, especially upper body. Lower body we can do work all the time with no resistance and get plenty of work. Upper body's a little challenge. You really got to make it happen. And so I was excited to kind of have that physical reaction to it. So today we are using a different type of resistance. So we did body weight resistance a few days ago, and then today we're doing band resistance. So all you're going to need today is a mini band, and those usually look two different ways. And I definitely recommend having, if you have both available, or if you have like a set of bands, have all of them available, because we're going to do several different exercises, more than several, quite a few exercises with just bands. And so you might find that maybe for one type of exercise or the placement of one band, you need one type of resistance, one level, but maybe you need a different level for a different exercise. So just have everything available. They don't take up much space, so just grab whatever you have. But we're looking at, most likely what you have is these guys, these little rubber circular resistance bands, and they're usually color-coded by sort of like a stoplight. There's usually like a green for the easy, the yellow for the medium, red for the hard. They kind of expand out beyond that. If you get a big set, there might be a blue one that's a super easy, and a black one that's really the most challenging. So get all of those out if you got them. And then you also might have, especially if you've heard me talk about them, some of these resistance bands. So these bands are same concept, but they're made out of fabric, really tightly woven fabric, and they provide, they provide crazy resistance. So a lot of this, especially in certain exercises, if we've been working out for a long time, these bands just don't quite cut it. They just don't give us the resistance that we need. Or maybe we've used the bejesus out of them and they're all stretched out. So this is a great move up, but just know that if you do go this route, it is a big move up generally. Now they do come in different resistance levels, but just know that from the mini band, the rubber, to this is like Ford Fiesta to Camaro, okay? So two very different types of resistance. So have them both available if you have them both, or just have all of your rubber bands available if you're going to be using those. And that's really all you need today. Yoga mat, floor support, because we are going to do a lot of work on the floor. In fact, I'd say half or more is going to be down on the floor today. So what are we doing? We're doing all lower body, all bands. And we're going to kind of superset. So we've got 4 exercise sets, and then within each set there's going to be 3 exercises, except for the last one there's only 2, and really there's only 1. We're just going to do it in 2 different ways. So in each 3 exercise set, we're going to sort of target one area of the lower body. So we're kind of supersetting using just bands. So we've got 11 total exercises today. As always, we're doing reps, not time. Now these reps might be, in some cases, a little higher than we normally do, just because of the different type of resistance and the different type of movements we're doing. So just pay attention to the reps, sort of as I call them out. We also will be using the bands in different ways as far as on different parts of our lower body. So just be paying attention for that as well. So reps, not time. Of course, add music if you need it, all of those things. Modify as needed. There may be some times, if you're not comfortable on the floor, I'll point out to you how you can do that exercise seated or maybe standing. So I'll point those out as we go along. If you're watching along and I forget to point that out, just yell at me, leave me a comment, and I will be happy to catch you up. That's pretty much it, guys. So just our normal kind of housekeeping notes. Please share on social media. If you're not already liking or following, please do that, or subscribing on YouTube. That's a huge one too. And also please share with your friends, share with your family what you are doing here. Get these videos out in front of people. I would really like to be able to grow this into something in the future. I have some ideas, and it would be important to get more people noticing us out there. And lastly, if you wish to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo at Strong Style Fit, no nets, is where you'll find me. You'll see this logo, you'll know it's me, and as always, I just like to remind you, I do not receive any payment outside of donations for these classes. So if you're doing them, you're enjoying them, please consider what you're saving on a personal trainer and maybe send a little bit of cash my way. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick drink, check the video, and then we will get started. We are going to get started in standing position. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so in a lot of these, I hope my goal was that you would be able to use the same band for the whole set. This first one though, maybe not, it just depends. If you have, especially if maybe you're using this band for the first part of the set, I know you will not use it for the second part of the set. So just know you might have to change bands mid-set on this one, but hopefully on the other ones it won't be quite the same. But worst case scenario, you gotta change bands a few times. So we're gonna start out, for me, this is gonna be a heavy resistance band exercise. Now, the only kind of exception to that is, as I found, you guys have seen on camera, every now and then, while my legs are strong enough, sometimes the pull on my knees is a little too much and I have to back out. So just pay attention to, sometimes if you step out, you might get a little tug in your knee, and that means that your resistance is too high. So we're going to start with the band up around our thighs. Make sure it's not around your knees. Never, never does the band go around your knees. And we're going to do a step out squat. So we're going to start with our feet kind of hip width, narrow, and then we're going to step out to the left, push, so we've got resistance in that band already, and then as we squat, we're pushing our legs open into that band. So we're not stepping out and then letting our knees cave in. We step out and we open, sit down, and then step back in. So we're not stepping out into the left leg, we're stepping out, squatting to the middle, opening into that band, okay? All right, so we're gonna go for 12 of these, a normal kind of set for these. 1, 2, again, really press out into that band. 3. Now that being said, if you're doing it and you were able to press out into that band this wide, that means that your resistance isn't quite enough. 5, 6, 7. And as always, you can modify by not squatting quite as low. Modify to your own depth. 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Now we're going to the other side. So exact same idea, just stepping out to the right. We open into that band and sit back. 1, 2. And again, if you can't open out, 3. And your knees are collapsing in, you got to lessen that resistance. If you don't have lesser resistance, then just take the band off. 5, 6. Now here's another thing with these guys. 7 with using bands. It's really about moving slow and controlled. We don't thrash into the movement. We don't use momentum. I'll show you at the end of this set what I mean by that. 10, 11, and 12. So here's the opposite of what I mean. Where we're using our momentum, we're thrashing into it to get that band open. That's not the goal. We want to move slowly open. It's about control in the band, not thrashing into the band. All right, so now we're going to come down. We're going to take, if you have a fabric band, you're going to take that off for sure. If you have a rubber band, you may or may not need to lessen your resistance. Now we're going to put this band around our ankles. So the band around our ankles here. And yes, there is a reason why I wear long pants, because sometimes these bands can rub the bejesus out of you. All right, and we're going to do alternating front leg lifts. So we're standing, we transfer our weight to one leg, and we lift. Notice I didn't say kick. Again, that's momentum into the band. We are lifting. And then we set and lift. 2, 3. I want you to lift. 4, by squeezing this quad muscle. 5, 6. So we're not pulling through our hip. 7, to kick high. 8, we're squeezing this quad muscle. 9, 10, we're going to 20, 11, 12, 13. Definitely okay to hang on to something here if you need to. 14. I'm always going to advocate take the balance challenge. 16, 17. But if you need to hold on, hold on. 18. And again, 19. Last one. 20. I'm not thrashing out into it. Lifting. Okay. All right, so that's the end of round 1. For me, I'm going to put this heavier band back on. There we go. All right, you get yourself set. Core nice and tight. Tuck that tail. No poochie booty. Tuck that tail. Then we step out to the left. Open. Sink. 1, 2. I'll tell you 2. 3. If you're somebody who sits at a desk all day. 4. These exercises feel really good. 5, to open up through here. 6. They feel like work, but it's that good kind of work. 7. I had a really, really busy day. 8 today. Hardly got up from my desk. Usually I at least get up and take the dog for a walk around the yard with her or something. Nothing today, and I can feel it. 11 and 12. Good, my hip flexors felt like they were choking me from down here. All right, guys, to the right, step out, open into that band. Close. 1, 2, so you get that pressure open. 3, 4, 5, good. 6, and this control I'm talking about, that's going to be the theme for the class today. 8, we get tempted in these bands to, I've shown you, momentum into them. We also tend to move fast because they're light, right? With heavy weights, you can't necessarily move fast. With a band, you can. So we tend to try to do that. Last one. But really, it's about that time under tension and about that control. That's how you get the most money out of band work. Great. Band around our ankles. This is alternating front leg lifts or front leg raises. Get nice and tall, toe tucked, hips even. Lift, squeeze the top of that leg. 2, 3. And you might, by just squeezing through that quad, you might not be able to lift it even as high as I am, which I'm not lifting it high. 7. That's okay. It's not about how high you're lifting. It's about how hard you're squeezing. 10, 11, 12. Got my foot flexed, not to like the cramp point, 14, but I'm not pointing my toe. I've got my foot activated. 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Good, kick that band off, right back to the top again. Last set, we're gonna do those step out squats. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already feeling the outer rim of my booty. We've got 8 more exercises to go. All right, so again, band up around those thighs, never, never, never around your knees. We're gonna start narrow. We step out to the left. 1, 2, 3. Now, when you're opening up, 4. Make sure that you're not opening up by rolling out to the side of your feet, that your feet are staying on the ground, all of the foot. 6. You're not opening up by rolling to the outer edge of your feet. 7, 8. So the reason why I kind of like to do these barefoot, so I just like to be barefoot, is that you can really feel that contact on the floor. 10, 11, 12. Good. Other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just nice and tall. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. All right, kick that off. Gonna put our, well, I keep saying kick that off. Maybe you're not switching resistance bands like I am. That fabric band there, I wouldn't be able to get a foot off the ground with. All right, get yourself set nice and tall. Hips even. Somewhere close by for balance if you need it. And we do our alternating lifts. 1, 2. Make sure you're keeping the slightest little micro bend in your knee. 3, 4. If you have a locked out knee, that's going to be a lot of pressure. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Squeeze the front of that leg. 13. If you're not sure, put your hands on it. 14. Feel it flex into your hand. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Good. We'll take a short little break here. So it's the end of that set. So in case you didn't notice, that round we were focused on quads. Now, don't be deceived. You had booty working, you had hips working, everything was working, but we were a little more focused on quads with that set. So where we're going next is a little more outer hip is where we're going to be working. Also, middle of the glute. So we sort to the outside and down the center. The next set we'll be working sort of in between those two. So there's a lot to work. I think a lot of people think that your glute is just kind of one big muscle. It's not. It's all these series of overlapping muscles coming from different directions, so we can hit them in lots of different ways. So next set, like I said, is going to kind of be outer hip, and then right down the middle and down to the hamstring. So we're kind of working this area and this area, and then we'll work sort of that mid in between in the next set. All right, guys. Now, at some point, it's all just going to feel like hot fire, all of it burning. So don't be shocked when that happens, but you will be fine. So we are going to be in the floor for the next set. I'm going to get a little bit of water, check on the video, and we'll get going. All right, so we're going to do lying side leg lifts. So very much the same concept as our lift to the front. Different body position, but same idea of that lift, not a kick, and that time under tension, squeeze into the band, and release. So we're going to start with those. We'll do left and right, and then we're going to do the old favorite mule kick, fire hydrant, but with that different focus, which we kind of worked on in the body weight class. A different way to focus on those to, again, remove momentum and just work muscle engagement. So for your lying side leg lifts, you have two choices. You can put the band around your ankles, or you can put it around your thighs. I think around ankles is probably your most common option. I really think it depends on the person, and also knees, hips, just depends on a lot. So play with it. Maybe do one round around your ankles and then do one round around your thighs and see what you think. I'm going to try ankles for this first round and kind of form my own opinion on it. So we're going to lay over onto our hip with our legs straight out beside us. Now, chances are you've got a bony kind of feeling on your hip, so you want to roll off that a little bit. Now, you don't want to be rolled back on your booty. You want to be as much on your hip as you can. But if you're someone who lays on a hip and is immediately like, oh, bones, just kind of roll off that a little bit to get onto some meat. Then we've got our legs straight up beside us. You can either be up on an arm like this, but just beware, because most of the time when we come up on an arm like this, we start to collapse down into it. So the alternative is to come down like this, which is my preference. So I'm going to be here. I've got legs flexed, and then we're just going to lift and lower. 2. Trying to get my hair out of my armpit. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So I got my feet flexed, like I'm standing flat, like if the wall was the floor. That's how I have my feet. 9. 10. We're going to 15 here. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Woo! Woo! That burns fast. All right, so I'm going to flip over to the other hip. Of course, you're at home. You can roll over, but I figure you don't want to watch me do this from the back. So I'm going to roll over to the other side. So again, we've got our feet flexed. Get off the bony part of your hip if that's uncomfortable. Flex those feet. We're working this outer hip area. Okay, let's go. 1. 2. And really think about that area. Think about that's where you're squeezing to lift. 3. 4. 5. 6. Really stay anchored through your bottom foot. 7. Don't let that bottom foot come up. 8. 9. 10. Ooh, I know. 11. 12. 13. 14. Last one. 15. Oh, holy moly. All right. So now we're going to roll over to hands and knees for our mule kick fire hydrant. So again, this is a pretty strong exercise, so you might be able to go up to a heavier band, and this one you do want around your thighs. So we're going to come to hands and knees. So mule kick fire hydrant, we're doing 20 alternating. We want to be strong through our hands, wide fingers, hands under our shoulders, knees under our hips. And then again, here's where I say don't use momentum. So a lot of times in these, we really just kind of focus on kicking up. Usually you start using your lower back and you're kind of pushing your chest out. I want you to really think, my body is not moving, only my leg. And that's happening, same concept, by squeezing that muscle, not with momentum. 1. So we're going to really slow it down. 2. 3. I guess that's actually 2. 3. 4. Good. 5. 6. 7. So you're trying to stamp your shoe on the ceiling and then open out to the side. 8. 9. 10. Halfway. 11. 12. Make sure you're strong through those hands. Keep pushing that floor away. 13. 14. 15. Almost there. 16. 17. 18. One more each side. 19. 20. Whew. Yeah, that's working. So that should be all probably really different from your normal mule kick fire hydrant. This is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Now, if you're a beginner, you're doing it the other way, you probably are getting great work because it's a challenging exercise. It's a very isolating exercise. But if you're a pro, you've been doing these for a long time, and you're kind of like, they're not doing much for me anymore. Take this method. All right, we've got that left leg on top. Whew. I think I made a mistake on a 93-degree day doing this ponytail. All right, we're on our hip, but again, get off the bony part, flex those feet like you're standing on the wall, and we lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze, 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 7, and again, put your hand on it, 8, you should be able to feel it, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job. Spin it around or flip it over. We got the other side. All right, stack it up. 2, 3. And again, remember, it's not 4 about how high you're lifting. 5. Hi, Rizzo. 6. Hi, sweet girl. 7. You gonna join us? 8. Oh, thank you. 9. 10. We'll get you a little band. 11. 12. Thank you. 13. 14. 15. Good, friends. All right. Hi. It's probably a little warm out here for you. Yeah, it's probably a little warm out here for you. All right, guys. We're switching into that mule kick fire hydrant. So, gonna get that band up around our thighs. Come over. Rizzo showing us the perfect position. Yeah, all fours, that's how you live. All right, so strong hands, push the floor away, wide fingers, flex those feet, and we work. 1, 2, 3. And guys, make sure you keep that chest kind of shining forward. I am personally, whoops, I did it backwards. 4, bad, about sort of starting to hike up. Keep that chest nice and forward. 5, 6, 7, slow and controlled. 8, 9, 10, 11, burn, 12, 13, 14, getting close, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think you can use your help. I think you use your help, Christina. Whew. All right, well, if we're not burning enough, hey, I think you need to go inside. It's too hot. Go inside. All right, guys, let's get that band on. We got one more trip through those leg lifts. Woo! I am burning. I hope you guys are too. Woo! Not that I want you to be tortured, but you know, good work is good work. All right, so get yourself all set. You kind of know where you're going now. So again, make sure you're not hurting your hip on that bony part. Flex those feet. And we lift. It's like I was saying, I'm not sure if I finished my thought, but on these, again, it's that control and lower. So it's not about how high I can kick. You need to be able to control that band all the way up, all the way back. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Feel my quad flexing. 2, 12. Nothing wrong with that. 13. I mean, if you can really see, I don't know if you can, 15. All that's flexing all the way through here to do that one leg lift. It's amazing. Such a small movement can create such big response in these big muscles. All right, other side. Get onto that hip. Let's go. 1, 2. Yeah, I can see my whole quad flexing. 3. I can feel it here. 4. I can feel it here. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Almost there. 13. 14. 15. Woo! All right. We've got one more mule kick fire hydrant set. Whew. That burn is real. All right. Mule kick, fire hydrant. So set ourselves up one more time. Before we get started, I'm going to show you that point I was making about when we start really working. Sometimes we start sort of arching up through our back. So we really want to make sure we've got a nice flat back. I like to think of my chest, my heart shining forward. Now it doesn't mean here, it just means shining forward through my arms. Flex those feet. Let's do it. 1. 2. Body is quiet. 3. Really nothing else should really be moving except for that leg. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Halfway. Stay strong. Strong in those arms. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Home stretch, guys. 18. Last one each side. 19. 20. Whew. All right, guys. The next set is going to be in the floor too, so if you don't need to get up or want to get up, you can stay on the floor. I do want to get up and check on the video and get some water. Shake out this booty a little bit. So, I hope if band work is new to you, or if it's something you've never really felt like you got much out of, I hope this is kind of showing you, one, if you're new, some great tips on how to get the most out of it, or if you're old to it but didn't love it, you're finding some new love, finding some new results, and moving in this way. All right, guys, so our next set will be in the floor with the bands. Now we're going to be working sort of, we were here, now we're going to be kind of here-ish. Now again, all of it works together. You're probably going to feel it all, but I just like you to sort of know how we're moving through the body. All right, guys, get yourself some water, do a little stretch, a little shake out. I'll be back here in just a sec. All right, so next up, we're going to do clamshells, which we don't do too often. I think only in the one other band class I've done. We're going to do clamshells, and we're going to do froggy bridge. I'm going to try to do clamshell with this, but clamshells are a little bit bigger of a motion, so this might not work, but I'm going to give it a shot, and then I will use this for froggy bridge. So clamshell, same thing. We're going to put the band on up above our knees. Again, never, 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 band on knees. All right, so going to come down to our side again. So same rules apply with upper body. You're welcome to be here, up on your shoulder. Just be mindful. Don't start doing this, because we all do it. So if you don't feel comfortable here, or you know that you're going to start slumping into it, come on down. You can hold your head up like I've been doing, or you can even come flat out. Totally fine. Because this, aside from being in a good form, good posture, is not doing the work. So clamshell, we're going to stack our feet on top of one another, and we want our feet in line with our booty. So if we were up against a wall, our shoulders, our butt, our feet would all be flat on the wall. From here, all we're going to do is open up, keeping our feet stacked onto one another. So we keep our bottom foot on the ground, our top foot stacked on it, and that's where we stay. And then we open through the knees, okay? I'm going to try to see if I can stay up like this. We'll see. 1, 2, 3. I already don't like being up there. 4, 5. Again, it's about the control. 6, 7, 8, 9, good, 10, 11, we're going to 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, good. Roll it over to the other side. Same thing on the other side. So again, make sure we've got everything in alignment. Feet, hips, shoulders, all in one nice straight line. Come on down. We've got our feet stacked. Squeezing open. So guys, really think about squeezing through here to open. 1. And it takes slowing down to do that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, put your hand on it. 6. Feel what's working. 7, 8, 9. Bottom leg stays anchored to the ground. 10. If you can't lift up without also pulling this leg up, your band resistance is too high. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Let's roll over to our back. All right, so we're on our back. Get everything nice and flat. I'm going to take a minute, get everything kind of rolled to where it needs to be. We've been doing a lot of rolling around on the floor here. So again, we've still got our band in the same place. There we go, that feels better. So we're going to have our feet side by side. So we're going to bring our feet in, but not so close that we're all jammed up. We just want our feet nice and close to our glutes. We want our feet side by side. As we push our hips up into our bridge, it's a simultaneous movement. We push up, we open into the band, and then we close as we lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this one, it is okay to roll to the outside edges of your feet when you open up. 6, 7, 8. So now you should be feeling kind of this outer rim here. 9, 10, 11, 12. If you're having trouble with balance or steadiness, 13. You see how my hands are out here by my side to the floor? 14. That'll help versus having your hands up here. 15. Good job, guys. All right. We're going back to the left side with those clamshells. So you see, really, these are very similar movements, these two clamshells and the Froggy Bridge. It's on purpose. So get yourself all in alignment here, however you want your upper body to be. Again, bottom leg, bottom foot stays on the floor. If you pull them up with your band, that means your band is too tight. Anchor it down, and we open it up. 1. Again, put a hand on it. 2. Feel what's working. 3. For me, it's about here. 4. That I feel it. 5. 6. 7. Again, control. So the opposite of your leg, your bottom leg coming up, 9, is that once your leg gets to the top, if it just snaps shut, that also means your band is too tough. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job. Other side. It up. I'm just going to come up to make sure that everything's in alignment. All right, so we got everything stacked. Stack those feet. Give them a little flex. And we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We feeling the burn. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Almost there. 14, 15. Beautiful. All right, we come over onto our backs. All right, okay, get everything nice and settled where it needs to be. We've got our feet close into our booty, but again, not so tight we're up on our tiptoes, or we're like kind of lifting ourselves up already. Just nice and close in. Feet side by side. And again, when we open, it's okay if you roll to the outside edges of your feet on this particular exercise. You don't have to, especially if it's painful, but it is an option. All right. We lift, we open, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, notice it's a slow, steady movement. 5. I'm not. 6. 7. I'm sure that looked amazingly funny though. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Awesome job, guys. All right, we got one more trip through that set. Let's go ahead and get to it. Left side with those clamshells. Everything in alignment. Bring it on down. Stack it up. Ow, get off your ponytail. Whew. All right, let's do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost there. 11. Home stretch. 12. 13. 14. 15. Beautiful. That side is done. Break dance it around. All right. Check that alignment. Get everything should be flat on the wall if you were flat on a wall. Flex those feet. Not all the way up to your face. Just a nice little gentle flex. Reopen. 1, 2. Again, it's control, guys. 3. Slow. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Almost there. 13. 14. 15. Awesome job. Froggy bridge. After froggy bridge, I'll check on the time. I know this is not a quick moving class, so I'll just make sure that we have enough time. It is a shorter set, our last set, but I have no idea where we're at on time at this point. So I don't want to push us too far beyond our limit. All right. Get ourselves set. Again, hands out like this will give you some nice stability. Feet together. Lift and open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, home stretch, 13, 14, 15, awesome. All right, come on up. Our last set will be standing. Whew. You'll still need a band, but we are going to be standing and walking in this set. So make sure you have a little bit of space around you, so we're going to be walking around a little bit. I'm going to do the quickest drink, check the video, see where we're at on time, and hopefully we can at least get one set, if not more, in of our last little mini set here, okay? I will be right back. Shake it out. Perfect. Yeah, I think we can do it. It's just 2 exercises, and it's the same movement. We're just going to go forwards and backwards. So we're going to do what's called a monster walk. I'm going to show you without the band first, because I can really slow it down that way. And then we'll put the band on and we'll get to work. So monster walk is going to be, we're going to sit back into our seat as far as it's comfortable, and then we step up and out, up and out. So it's not just a step forward, it's not lateral steps, it's a combination of the 2. Up and out, up and out. And then we'll take it backwards, back and out, back and out, back and out, okay? So I obviously don't have enough room here to do 20 steps right in front of you. I will do as many as I can, but I will come off camera for sure. So just want to make sure you had a good vantage point of those. Band's going to go around your ankles. I'm going to start to one side. I'm going to try to just pace back and forth here, but we'll see. So we're going to take 20 total steps forward, stop, we'll meet back, 20 steps backwards. So sit down into your seat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? Let's do it different to make it one set total. Let's do 5 forward, 5 back, 4 times. 5, 6. So we're counting 20. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. So we'll call that 1. We'll take a little pause. Good. I think that'll work. We'll do it that way. That way too, if you're limited in space, like I am, you're not kind of wandering all over the place. So we'll take just the quickest little break here, and then we'll do it again. So we'll do a total of 20, with 5, 10, 15, 20. Take another little break, 5, 10, 15, 20. So we'll go through this one 3 more times, okay? That should get us to the total amount of reps I had written in the first place. All right, back to it. We got our 5 coming forward. Hi, Rizzo. 1, 2, staying low, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Bring it back up. Take a quick break. We'll go through that 2 more times. I think that works. Woo! Little Tuna, I'm going to get you a little mini band. Build those legs up strong. I know you guys can't see her, so I look like a crazy person just talking to the floor. There she is. All right, guys, so let's bring it back. So we're going to sit into our seat. It's up and out, up and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 2, 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Bring it up. We'll go through that one more time. And then I think our buns will be cooked. All right. Oh, I see you. Wiggles, wiggles, wiggles. They can't see you, though. They can't see you. You got a camera. All right, guys. You ready to do it one more time? All right. Make this your best one. Really sit as deep as you can. Keep that chest nice and tall. Tail tucked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome job, guys. Kick those bands off. Whew. We are done. So I hope that you're feeling a little jelly-legged, a little jelly bootied after that workout, because I hope you really enjoyed. I hope you really got a good feel. Again, for if bands are new for you, just what exactly bands can do, or if bands are old hat for you, or you felt like, not the best work, but you really learned how to use that time under tension, that control, and that slow down to really get the work out of those bands. and really experience that resistance. So between that and body weight, we've had 2 great workouts where we didn't lift a single weight, but took our muscles to fatigue. So it's such a cool thing for people, again, with injuries, or people who are recovering, or people who maybe have weight restrictions. They're recovering and they can't lift over 5 pounds. Well, we didn't lift anything here, right? We had no lifting at all. So it's great for people in those kind of positions, but it's also great for really fit people who are just wanting a break from weightlifting, weight training, or just looking to change it up to keep your body guessing. If you just lift weights, just lift weights, just lift weights, and don't give your body anything else, you don't get the same results. You've got to keep your body guessing. You've got to keep changing it up so your body doesn't adapt and it doesn't become old hat, like I said earlier. So guys, I thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for experimenting and learning with me. If you enjoyed this class, please like, share, subscribe. Maybe you know somebody that's in this kind of mode that I was just explaining, recovering or ill, that could use a little extra motivation and thinks maybe all these workout videos aren't for them. This is a great option. So please share with others. And again, as always, if you can donate, Venmo at Strong Style Fit. It is the only payment I receive for these classes. It is greatly appreciated when you can give. And for those of you who have, thank you so much. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you soon with another workout. You guys take care. Mwah.